It's been 3 days since a soccer team of boys and their coach have been found alive, trapped deep in a cave in northern Thailand. Heavy rain raising the water table in the area, trapping the group in the first place. More rain is forecasted for this weekend. It's monsoon season right now, which some experts say could see the group cut off from supplies maybe as long as months. Emergency crews are pumping water out of the cave system, but the boys and their coach are very deep. They're about 800 to 1,000 meters below the ground. There is hope the group can swim out with some basic scuba diving training, and that is currently where we are right now, situation-wise, in Thailand. And joining us to talk about what's happening overseas and your own experience, Kathleen, is Kathleen Graham. Kathleen is from Alberta, of course. Kathleen's the head of the Alberta Speleological Society. I said it correctly. And like the boys and like their soccer coach in Thailand, you've been trapped underground for 4 days in Mexico, right?
Right, that was back in April.
In April of this year?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you must understand what these kids and the coach are going through.
Yeah, we were planning to camp in the cave, so we had food and sleeping bags. So we were still in a better situation than these kids.
Yeah, because they just went in apparently after a practice or something,
yeah,
in their shorts and shirts and that type of thing. Okay, so let's back up. So you in Mexico, when it happened to you, how did you end up getting stuck? We know what happened to the kids in Thailand.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of water in the cave, and when we were going in, there's a section where you swim, and there's about a foot of airspace, so we were swimming in through the water, and then we went in. There was a creek that on the way to camp, yeah, and then the next day we went out exploring, and on the way back to camp, we found that creek had turned into a raging river.
Oh, okay.
So we know like there must be raining or something on the surface.
Sure.
All this rain and mud and stuff flowing through the caves. We still had to get back to camp, so it's. I managed to get myself swept up in the river and got flushed down a few hundred meters.
Oh, wow.
They got out. So we knew there's a water event happening, but we just kind of waited it out at camp. And then when we tried to exit, came to a section, we thought we were lost because the water meets the ceiling, and
yeah,
so we're kind of confused and backtracked, and then kind of figured out, oh, we are sealed in here.
The water table had risen, right?
Yeah.
And that's how quickly it can happen, right?
Oh, yeah.
To the boys and their coach in Thailand, it can happen in just a matter of hours, right?
Yeah, because you've got the water could be raining on a wide section, and that cave is taking all that water, and
depending
yeah,
on the geological
yeah,
setup, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and yourself in your situation, scuba diver, you know how to dive and that type of thing. And when you went in, were you wearing, wetsuits and all that stuff?
We were wearing wetsuits. We were planning on getting wet, but
okay,
we weren't planning on diving, so we didn't have any of that equipment.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now they're talking about in Thailand, in training these 11 to 16-year-olds and their coach, just basic scuba diving, and this may be their one shot at getting out, which I know I've been scuba diving myself as well, and Kathleen, like you can do it. It is possible.
Yeah.
But you just have to stay calm, right?
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is tough.
And cave dive, like normally when you do scuba training, there's always the option to go to the surface.
To go up,
if
yeah,
you panic, you can go up. And cave diving, that's not an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And I think some parts, from what I understand, some parts of the caving system in Thailand, they're going to have to remove their scuba tank, kind of shimmy along because it gets narrow, and then put it back on. And that's a technique that takes a lot of practice. Yeah. This is far from ideal. Yeah, no kidding, right? What advice would you be giving to the kids and their coach right now?
Oh, they have some of the best. Like some of those cave divers those are the best in the world. So, they have the best they have the best resources with them. So, that just trust those people and their judgment and
kind of go with it and stay positive. I would imagine too, right?
Oh yeah, for their. Trying to get through this, I hope they're just staying together and becoming really good friends. Yeah, I bet. And just real quickly, I know we have to go, but this happened to you, getting trapped for a couple of days back in April. Would you go down again? Yeah. You would? Yeah. This kind of activity, any outdoor activity, there's inherent risks. Getting flooded in is always a possibility. That'd be naive to think otherwise, but yeah. So it's not the cave's fault. I got stuck in there. There you go. So. All right. Thank you, Kathleen, the head of the Alberta Speleological Society. Thank you for your input on this. And, of course, we're all hoping for a very, very positive and a great escape by the group that's trapped right now in Thailand. Yeah.